up, make
Time
sure
for
we
me to
got the
mute
on live.
myself.
And we are live for Fireside Chat episode 71. Been going for quite a while, so I got a few things that we've been working on. I think overall it's been a quieter week, at least for me. I kind of had a big to-do list that I grinded through. Is nice. There's still a couple things left, but a lot of stuff that got done. And pretty much already went over all that last week. But I only recently noticed apparently Agarn, the lost heir of House Blitzkrieg, has been spotted on the server, which is a pretty cool day. I think a lot of people know, of House Blitzkrieg, and this is the first time in at least 12 or 13 years that every house in WA has somebody around. So, yeah, I just wanted to make that announcement because that's pretty cool. We'll see if Agarn rejoins full time or even has some aspirations to revive his house. And Agarn was kind of the guy that came back a few times during the Second Empire era, um, and basically is kind of the lost heir of House Blitzkrieg, and he wanted to revive his house, but couldn't for whatever circumstances. Of course, at that time, House Thief was kind of dead, and all this different stuff. House Kilroy was on decline, so it is cool to see some representation from every single house right now. So that's pretty awesome. Other than that, as far as stuff that I'm working on, I think we've been working on a lot of stuff in Guild Wars 2. One thing we're talking about with the Gladiators Guild is the potential for some PvP events, some stuff like that on Guild Wars 2, in addition to what we've been doing, which is kind of just hanging out and playing together. And one thing we need to do is build what we call an arena in our guild hall in game, and that's something we're working on, and we're making some good progress towards. I would say we'll be able to get it done within a week at most, possibly less than that. We'll see. But yeah, so that's a lot of fun. I do still want to do the next big thing is going to be codex updates. I know a few people have some stuff like that. I think there's still some markboard requests that I'll be working on. In addition to, as I mentioned last week, Sola is putting something together that kind of automates that process, which would be awesome. And in addition to that, let's see. Mark boards, codex updates. Yeah, I already mentioned codex updates. So that's the next thing is kind of going through, and I do want to go through every single codex entry and update it, and ideally get some written for newer members that might not have one as well. At least I think everyone Raider up is sort of my rough goal. And if we can do more than that, awesome. But we'll see. But I'll try to get doing some of that, and at the very least, get into some kind of a rhythm of 5, 10 entries a day or something like that. And I mean, if we have a few different members of the Historians Guild doing that, we'll burn through it pretty easily. And when I say 5, 10 entries, I mean 5, 10, double checking 5, 10 entries really. So basically, just a question of looking, okay, is this out of date? Just need an update, anything like that. Yeah, but the most recent updates are probably Marks, the Marks Gallery, updating the Marks Sky, get some new Marks, stuff like that, that I've swapped out, some new designs for stuff like that, and new Mark boards. Worth noting, if you didn't submit a remark, a request in the requests, either in the thread or in the Google Doc, to have any marks added, there's a high chance I didn't add them because what I did is I went through and I put everyone's mark boards in order with the new order, which is basically just the same order the marks are in the marks guide. Uh, and I added some, especially Thing and Festival of Hope marks. I added quite a few, but for the most part, if you basically you just have to go and look at your board and see, hey, if you don't have a board, hey, just post in either of those venues, Thread or Google Doc, with a request for a background, what marks you want or you need, etc. Um, and I will make one for you. And if you already have one, but you're missing some marks, just same deal, post that, and I will update it for them. Basically, it's just it's kind of hard for me to track down everything because especially if we've got like old members and it's like, oh, was this guy in the House War in 2009? And doing a bunch of that is kind of tough. It's a lot easier if everyone just goes through and says like, oh yeah, I was, and then just writes it in the form, and then I know exactly, and I can just update it and make some whole process much easier. But yeah, that's something I'll continue monitoring is all the mark stuff, and the codex stuff is going to be the big focus here. And then one or two little warband great company things. I think Kolga's just needs the description Manny was working on posted there in the Discord channel, and Companions of Iger flag has been being discussed. So excited to see that. That was just kind of my big list of little to do things for Rewarband. The last remnants of that. So made a ton of good progress on that. And I think that is about it. I know one thing I had mentioned the all thing is writing some more stories. Haven't had a lot in a while. In going with that, I do want to describe some of the big ships in the fleet, not the Warband and Great Company ones, which have already had some stuff written about them for the most part. About some of the bigger fleet-wide ones, like the Vigilant that you see in our Discord channel, or on the forums you see the Savior or the Varsis, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, a lot of writing basically all historians guild. So we're hoping to dive into that. Is kind of what's on the docket. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had here, I believe, unless I'm forgetting some stuff. So I'll go ahead and just open it up to anybody who has any questions or comments or anything they want to bring up. Possibly.
Okay, well, I guess I'll plug my things real quick. Um, Saturday night, movie night. It's gonna be a repeat from last time because we had some technical difficulties. Rabbit doesn't exist anymore, so there's a new service that took over. It wasn't working last time. I think, according to Glaurung and Artie, it's been fixed during their matinee night last time. So we will be watching um, Silence of the Lamb. Saturday, 8 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. PST. Besides that, Warframe Night's going on still every Monday, same time. That's about it.
Awesome, cool. Well, I guess I'll plug Guild Wars 2 night that Manny and I have been playing a lot, of course, and we've actually had a lot of new players, and which is really exciting. Even if people try the game and don't like it, I think because it's free, it's always nice. And I mean, I know I like anytime there's like somebody else trying out the game, it always makes me excited. I think we're happy to help people out and stuff. And we've been doing Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific as our Guild Wars 2 night, but we've also just been playing a lot randomly. So if you are ever interested or have questions or want to play or anything, just message us or whatever. And yeah, we'd love to see you give it a go or play it more or return to it.
Um, not this Friday, but the following Friday. I believe will be the first Minecraft night hosted by Friggs. On their particular server, which is a completely vanilla server. The goal is to start at what would be, it's gonna sound early, but what would be 3 p.m. EST or 9 p.m. British Standard Time, but to go on indefinitely so that anybody can join because it's kind of Minecraft, so you just putz around anyways. So
3 p.m.
just be
EST, I believe, is 8 p.m. EST.
either way, 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. It's gonna be 8 or 9 p.m. BST and corresponding to the other hours. So
Will there be an
3
announcement?
p.m. 4 There will be an announcement, but I just want to keep you guys aware that
Perfect.
Friday the 23rd will be the first day. And we'll put out the IP address and everything then. But just bear in mind that it is completely vanilla server. You don't need to download.
Awesome.
Will there,
I'll add that to the calendar and the events, everything too.
will there be like a specific goal? Are we doing anything? Healed?
I think it would. We're kind of discussing like building up the area around the spawn,
Okay.
just so like when people join the server, there's something there.
Cool.
Yeah, this Sunday, the 18th, we are doing Destiny 2 night. I'm pretty sure it's the first. Yes, this is the first one, and it goes on every Sunday from I think this Sunday onwards. So if anyone wants to join, that'd be great.
What time?
It's pretty sure. I know what time it is for us, which is 7 to 9 p.m. for us. So I think that should be around
11 to noon,
3.
I think, or somewhere in there.
11, yeah, 11 to 3.
That's for EST.
It's 11 a.m.
7
Pacific. It's on the
yeah.
calendar as well. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. I knew we had the time written down, so I just want to throw it out before anybody got confused.
That's I think that's like 2 o'clock Eastern.
Yep, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. British.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you
and-
know what? I'm gonna sound like an asshole here. Can we please stop saying British time? That's not a real time zone. It's GMT. Thank you.
No, it's 20% tax.
No, it's Greenwich Mean Time, or is it Greenwich? I can't remember.
Greenwich?
It's something
Greenwich
Greenwich
Mean Time.
Time.
No, it's
Yeah.
BST, British Summertime.
No, stop.
No, it's
Brexit
British
hasn't
They
Summertime.
happened.
they do have a separate time zone for just.
Yeah,
Only
British
to the
Listen,
British!
Daylight
Well,
savings.
okay,
Brexit
so
hasn't
anyway,
happened yet.
Guys,
I think
come
we
on.
got the time figured out. Anybody have anything else they wanted to bring up?
There is a pop quiz in the Guardians of Ran main channel. Check it out. Answer the question. DM me your answers, and we'll see what happens.
Is there a prize?
Doesn't always have to be a prize.
Well, you
The
can
No.
prize
DM
is you're spared from the House Warden fucking internment camp.
you can DM me your answer and maybe find out.
I don't know. I'll have to study my my history textbooks here and see if I can.
Best. Come
Figure it
on. If you don't know this one, I'm scared for the future of WA.
I just want to point out some of us have been here through all iterations.
Saturday the 24th, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's going to be a little event going on for a little challenge where it's League of Legends, but it's not playing the game. It's guessing the champion based on their ability sounds. I'm going to be hosting that. And winner will get $10 in either Steam or RP.
That's really cool.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Sweet.
Look for an announcement to come out later when I actually get home and can formulate it.
All right, I'll add it to the calendar and everything as well. Cool. Anybody have anything else they did want to bring up?
Actually, a real quick note about Guild Wars 2 that I was gonna bring up. To those of you who don't play it, the game is free for the base game. Definitely recommend giving it a shot and trying it out, as it's not very similar to many other MMOs, particularly in the combat and such. Fun fact, you don't need to have, 80 billion fucking buttons bound to things, unlike World of Warcraft. Because, well, things flow a lot better that way when you're not tabbing through action bars. Definitely worth giving a shot. No subscription. As I said, free for the base game, and then if you decide to pick up the expansions, there's actually quite a wealth of content there. So, yeah, figure I'll plug that.
And the expansions do go on sale pretty often, so usually we recommend, if you can, waiting until one of those pops up, and then usually they go on sale for like 50% off or something on a semi-regular basis.
They do that. They do that pretty regularly as well. If you actually pick up both expansions in the same instance, if you buy Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire both at the same time, you actually get a discount on both of them. So, highly recommend that. And both expansions do have a wealth of content for them. So,
yeah, they're a good deal. All right. Well, anybody have anything else they want to bring up for probably looking to sign off here otherwise?
Just very small note. I didn't manage to mention. It's run by the Destiny 2 night is run by Avery and co-hosted by myself and Foosrun.
Cool. All right. Well, a lot of new events coming up, which is super exciting. Both, kind of one-off sort of deals from the Gladiators and also more weekly events. So that's awesome. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and sign off here. We will see everybody next week, normal time. Oh, one more thing. I am still planning on more lecture series for anybody who is a fan of those.
Woohoo!
And yeah, if anybody has any suggestions for topics or they want to be a lecturer themselves and run one, which I can stream for you, let me know. But yeah, still hoping to plan some more of those. Anyway, yeah, we'll see everybody next week, Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for Fireside Chat number 72 next week. So thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks everyone watching live or watching the VOD. We'll see everybody then.